Okay.
After 10 years in the Gap, I'd almost forgotten what a toilet looked like.
Wollen wir die mal benutzen? Nein, wir wollen sie schließen.
There was a boot print. Curious. There was a boot print. Curious. Someone had stepped up onto the toilet seat.
Aha, natürlich. Eine smarte Toilette.
So Graham was a cleaning supervisor? I needed to find out who he worked for. If I slipped up, I'd be exposed right away.
Ja, das Ministry of Schlag mich tot. Comfort, glaube ich. Cool. Ja, okay. Super, können wir duschen? Nein.
Tempting, but I'd already had my monthly bath.
Ah, alles klar. Richtiger Wildnis-Mensch. Ah, hier sind noch Schuhe.
You can tell a lot about a man from his shoes. In this case, that the man had no taste.
Ja, wahrscheinlich. War der irgendwie Verschwörungstheoretiker? Ich glaube es auch. Ich glaube es schon.
A uniform like the one Graham's wife wore. It was cut for someone much larger. I needed to find out who he worked for. If I slipped up, I'd be exposed right away.
Ja, das haben wir doch schon festgestellt. Wen wir ab, oder? City Live. Landzug, Fahrzeuggruppe. Arbeit für die Landzug-Fahrzeuggruppe. Würde ich behaupten. Ja, leere Schachtel.
The box was for a deluxe hollow plinth replacement lens. There was nothing inside.
Ja, weil der Holosockel da vorne steht.
The trees in the Gap weren't as pretty, but at least they were real.
Ja, das stimmt wohl.
Excuse me, please.
Ja, ja.
Hello there. Chipworth, wasn't it?
Master Graham. May I say, sir is looking even more fabulous than usual today.
Ja,
Why,
aus
thank you.
Gründen.
Has Master Graham lost weight?
Ja.
Maybe. Does Master Graham look like he's lost weight?
Oh, yes, sir. And it would appear sir has gained some height as well. Bravo.
Tell me, Chipworth, who was that woman just now?
But that was sir's wife, Madame Songbird.
Yes, of course. My wife.
Is sir quite feeling himself?
It's fine. I've just been having a difficult few days.
How serendipitous that the well-being mentor is here then, is it not, sir?
Ja, sag mal, Butlerpflicht.
I need you to do something for me.
Just say the word, sir.
Ah, lass
Never
mal.
mind. Perhaps later.
Very good, sir.
Was ist denn, Graham?
Chipworth, tell me everything you know about me.
Request respectfully declined, sir.
But aren't you my butler droid?
Yes, sir. I have been sir's butler for a very long time.
Then why can't you tell me?
Standing orders, sir.
Whose orders?
You... nice try, sir. Almost had me.
Graham had made sure his droid wouldn't talk. I had to do my own investigating. Tell me about that woman.
A woman? Can sir possibly be referring to his good lady wife?
Humor me. For instance, her name would be...
Madame Songbird. Clearly, sir is not feeling quite himself today. Sir might recall he even forgot dear old Chipworth's name earlier.
Who?
Me, sir.
Was hat es mit diesem Mentor auf sich?
Who was that guy in here when I arrived?
Is Sir referring to the gentleman currently probing your wife in the bedroom?
I guess I am.
That would be the Honorable Mentor Alonso, Senior Officer at the Ministry of Well-Being. I believe that he would like to see you next.
He would?
Mentor Alonso indicated that there were one or two anomalies in Master Graham's records. Public voting, kudos levels, employment, whereabouts within the city.
Just some minor things then.
Consumption patterns, biosigns, indication of physical existence.
Yeah.
I think I get the picture.
But I'm sure there's a simple answer, Master Graham.
Natürlich.
So, what do you do, Chipworth?
Whatever Sir desires.
Can you
Telekinese.
move things with your mind?
Sadly, sir, one's capabilities are restricted to the minutiae of domestic service.
Shame.
Schade.
We are what we are, sir.
At least as far as anyone else needs to know.
Ja, aber sag doch nochmal
Tell me
Mentor.
about the mentor.
As a high-ranking official of the Ministry of Well-Being, he is here, I am sure, to evaluate the well-being of this household.
Ja, so hätte ich es jetzt
Well-being?
auch ausgedrückt.
Health, social participation, work fulfillment, the usual, sir.
Okay. Erzähl mir noch mal
How
mehr
are
über
you,
dich.
Chipworth?
I am well, sir. Thank you for inquiring.
This
Interview.
mentor. What will he ask me about?
The Ministry of Well-Being is always concerned, sir, with the citizens' well-being.
Well-being?
That's right, sir. A citizen's health and happiness, their relationships and social life, all of the utmost importance to the Ministry. He might also inquire if Sir needs any support in the workplace or similar.
Why exactly was I selected?
I believe Sir's 2-week-long work, poll, and social hiatus may have raised some concerns. Just be yourself, sir, and you will be fine.
Natürlich.
Of course, because I am Graham Grundy.
Ja.
Is
Und
this
weiter?
interview just going to be about me?
Correct. The mentor is here to assess Sir's well-being.
And what happens if Sir answers the questions incorrectly?
Incorrectly, sir? Get them wrong? How could Sir possibly do that?
Perhaps I hit my head on something.
Ha! Very droll, sir. Very droll. Might I suggest that Sir just be
Ja,
himself and it
suggeste
will
das mal.
all be fine.
I didn't have long. I needed to learn about Graham Grundy. And fast.
Okay.
I need you to do something for me.
Mach doch
Just
mal
say the word, sir.
die
Please,
Pflanzen.
can you water the plants, Chipworth?
Very good, sir.
Cool. Jetzt. Feuer.
Something told me the fire was not authentic.
Ja, bin mir gar nicht sicher wie. Der Rat und das Ambitionsministerium wünschen allen Bürgern einen wundervollen Ambitionstag. Die Vorbereitungen für die Festigkeit auf der extra erbauten Ambitionsplattform sind in vollem Gange. Es wird erwartet, dass Bürger mit passendem Curious-Level an den Feierlichkeiten teilnehmen. Wir hoffen, sie dort zu sehen. Toll. Und nicht vergessen, wahrscheinlich. Ja, können wir das jetzt auch wieder ausschalten? Können wir das hacken? Oh, Kamin. Kann man nichts mitmachen. Hilfe. Ja. Ja. Regeln, Typen. Mediendaten, Zieldaten. Okay. Aha, Release plus C minus V 2.1. Cracked by Stem Down. Presented by Team Delinquent. Willkommen zu Ihrem neuen verbesserten Scanner und der Macht des Editierens. Nutzungshinweise. Transparente C-Blöcke können bewegt werden. Vertauschen Sie bewegliche Blöcke derselben Form. Viel Spaß. Cool. Da können wir nichts machen. Beenden. Ja, der Holoprojektor ist ja gut. Küchensystem, Kaffeemaschine. Ah. Okay, das können wir nicht verschieben, das können wir auch nicht. Schade. Lalalala. Ist hier irgendwas? Ah, wir können den Drucker. Nein, da... Schade. Sucht. Kaffeemaschine, das hatten wir alles schon. Ah. So. Das klingt doch lustig.
A box had been hidden outside the window. If I could get the window open, I'd be able to reach that box.
Okay.
Tempting, but I'd already had my monthly bath.
Vielleicht wollen wir das alles mal wieder richtig konfigurieren. Na, lass mal falsch rum konfigurieren. So. So. Zack, Bürger eingetreten, Dusche deaktivieren, Bürger fort, Dusche aktivieren. Schade. Ich dachte, ich kann jetzt die Dusche aktivieren. Tja, ich behaupte, ich habe alles gesehen. Ja, es sind ein paar Hinweise. Das sind mehr als ein paar Hinweise. Dann, tja.
Excuse me, please.
Werden wir mal sehen.
I
Schlafzimmertür.
knew about Graham's health, but I still needed to find out about his work and social standing. Perhaps I'd find more on his personal terminal. I needed to find out more information if I wanted to avoid getting caught out.
Hä? Ich habe doch alles durchgelesen. Ist da... Ah, da ist noch eine Schranktür. Ich dachte, das wäre beides für das Schlafzimmer. Oh, das ist ja wirklich sehr... mager. Ich weiß nicht, was ich übersehen haben soll. Die Bücher... Nein.
Fairy tales, courtly romances, and art books. Developing fluid and trays. I hadn't seen gear like this since I was a child.
So, hier, dein persönliches Terminal, Junge. Komme ich jetzt an die Nachrichten?
I couldn't access Graham's messages. I added that to my list of things to look into.
Persönliche Daten. Dein Fotoarchiv 0.
A chart showing that Graham's kudos score had recently dropped. I wondered what had caused such a sharp decline.
Ja, ist ja
I
nicht...
had gathered quite a bit of information about his health and
Alter,
social
ich hab die doch schon
situation,
alle vorgelesen
but I
vorhin.
still needed to know exactly what he did for a living.
Das kotzt mich jetzt schon ein bisschen an. Da, Landzug-Fahrzeuggruppe. Er macht irgendwas mit Reinigung.
I wondered if Graham self-medicated.
Möglich.
When I came to Union City 10 years ago, this was very much the case. These days, I wasn't so sure. Giant scorpions in the sewers. Real or fake? Unlikely. The tentacle monsters would have eaten them years ago.
Ja, gut.
Anti-Hobart propaganda. Some things never change.
Hobart Tech Human Downfall. Warum kann ich mir nicht diese Hüte angucken? Das ist ja doof.
It looked like one of the land trains from the city walls. It was a detailed model.
Antiquität.
A sword? The blade was cracked.
Ja, Medaillen in sehr schlechter Auflösung. Man merkt, es war ursprünglich mal ein Mobile-Game. Gibt's auch auf Apple Arcade. Für Windows und Linux gibt's auf Steam.
Looked like these photos were taken by the city walls. You can tell a lot about a man from his shoes. In this case, that the man had no taste.
Aber was ist denn mit diesem Bett hier? Mit dieser dämlichen Matratze? Ich habe hier alles angeguckt, bilde ich mir zumindest ein. Dieses Buch da.
Espionage during the Hobart Wars. Nice to see the propaganda was still around.
Aha.
Among the drawings were photographs, land trains, and the city walls.
Kalender haben wir auch schon gesehen.
The calendar showed today as a holiday. Aspiration Day.
Vielleicht die Jalousie aufmachen? Nein.
The blind blocked out all the light from
Alter.
outside.
Das mit der Performance ist echt so eine Sache, muss ich sagen. Wie könnte ich denn das...
So Graham was a cleaning supervisor? I needed to find out who he worked for. If I slipped up, I'd be exposed right away.
Ja, Landtrains halt. Junge. Ist das denn so... Du musst ein Bild finden, das Graham bei der Arbeit zeigt. Danach solltest du dich vielleicht an einem der Terminals über die Stadt informieren. Ja, wir arbeiten. Also Graham arbeitet. Reinigung von Landzügen.
Hello, Chipworth.
Hello, Master Graham.
Das ist doch eigentlich Interview.
So, what's the interview about again?
Mentor Alonso will assess Sir's health, happiness, and suitability for work.
I didn't have long. I needed to learn about Graham Grundy, and fast. I need you to do something for me.
Oh,
Just say the word, sir.
Fenster.
Please, can you open the windows, Chipworth?
I am sorry, sir, but the window controls are in Madame Songbird's room. I would not wish to disturb the mentor while he is with her. Her meeting is apparently of the highest priority.
I see. We shouldn't disturb her then.
Indeed, sir. However, if the air temperature is a concern, might Sir consider dispensing with his coat?
It is rather warm.
And pungent, sir?
I need you to do something for me.
Just say the word, sir.
Wäsche?
Please, can you do the laundry, Chipworth?
The laundry basket is in the bedroom, sir. I wouldn't want to disturb the mentor.
Ja, ist ja gut.
Seems sensible. So,
Nein.
Mentor.
I didn't have... I
Aber
need
was
you to
ist
do
denn
something for me.
mit
Just say the word, sir.
Putzen?
Please, can you tidy up the apartment, Chipworth?
Very good, sir.
Das bringt uns auch nicht weiter. Ernsthaft. Geh in Grahams Schlafzimmer und nutze das Terminal, siehe die Bürgerratgeber-App an, um mehr über die verschiedenen Ministerien und ihre Logos zu erfahren. Geh ins Badezimmer und sieh das Bild über der Toilette an. Meine Güte. Ist ja schwer von Begriff. Ist ja nicht so, dass ich das schon mehrfach angeklickt hätte. Ja, ist ja auch nur schon komplett vorgelesen.
The council was made up of 5 ministries. Each ministry had their own logo and distinctive color scheme. From the color of his uniform, it was clear that Graham worked for the Ministry of Comfort.
Ja.
I had learned all I was going to from Graham's apartment. I hoped it would be
Danke.
enough.
Meine Fresse. Schwere Geburt, ey. Dann möchte ich das Spiel gerne nochmal speichern.
If I was going to convince the mentor, I had to be sure I knew enough about Graham.
Ich glaube, ich habe alles angesehen, was es in dieser Wohnung anzusehen gibt. Gib
I
ihm.
couldn't keep them waiting any longer. From that point on, I had to be Graham Grundy, cleaning supervisor.
So riechen wir nicht.
Darling, I thought you were going to freshen up.
I was, but I missed the sweet sound of your voice.
Oh, Graham, always the romantic. But please don't kiss me until you've showered.
Wouldn't dream of it. Besides, I couldn't let Alfonso here
Alonso?
monopolize my lovely wife for a moment longer.
In which case, shall we begin?
Of course. Shall we take a seat in the lounge? It was now or never.
So, Mr. Grundy.
Mentor Alonso, what would you like to know?
Ah, well, straight to the point. I like that. As I was explaining to your dear wife earlier, there have been some issues with your activity records of late.
Issues? What do you mean?
Mr. Grundy, a word to the wise. This will be much smoother if you leave the questions to me. Now, whilst your records load, remind me, in which ministry are you employed?
Komfort.
Comfort. I'm a cleaning supervisor.
Yes, of course. Ah, here we go. Graham Grundy, 42, cleaning supervisor with the Ministry of Comfort. Cleaning supervisors require Class C exertive activity certification. I trust that your health rating is sufficient.
Quite.
I did drop down a bit, but I'm back to Class A+ now.
Excellent, excellent. Very good. So, with that in mind, I will mark you as fit for work, barring any other issues. Now, obviously, your kudos level will have fluctuated due to your absence. You're a C+ right now. I note you used to be much higher.
Ja, wir waren mal bei B.
Yes, well, you'll be back up there in no time. Well, that is all I need to check off. But I'd be remiss if I didn't offer you all the extra support and guidance that you need.
Mentor?
When someone goes off-grid, there's usually some underlying trouble. And as a mentor, I like to think of myself as a bit of a troubleshooter.
Of course. I appreciate the concern.
So, let's get to the bottom of all this confusion. Dig a bit deeper, eh?
Deeper? Yes, right. By all means, Mentor.
Tell me about your workplace. I trust there are no issues.
Ja,
The
Zugdepot.
land train facility. It's a fine place to work.
I'm sure it is. Department of Land Trains and Extra City Commerce. Wonderful.
Oh, yes, couldn't be happier.
We are, of course, very grateful for your service, Mr. Grundy. But there we come to the crux of the matter. Your absence. 15 days is a long time. This is, of course, why my ministry has become involved in your case. We have been concerned for your well-being.
I'm fine. Better than ever, in fact.
Excellent. Now, speaking of your health, I note you had some surgery last year. Tell me about your implants. Are they working effectively?
Klar doch.
You mean my Schriebman port?
Your what?
He means your heart regulator, dear.
Oh, yes, of course. Nothing to worry about. As you can see, the beat goes on.
Yes. Well, I must say you're in remarkable shape considering your medical history. Of course, your mental well-being is just as important to us. How are you getting on with your rather peculiar hobbies?
Fotografie.
You mean my photography?
I do, yes.
You can't beat the feeling of an old-time film camera.
I can imagine. You have an eye for composition. Although I don't understand your interest in using such archaic technology.
Ja, ich auch nicht.
Choosing to fiddle with knobs rather than availing of ministry-recommended filters, stabilization, automatic archive, and data retrieval, all courtesy of Minos.
Natürlich.
If we can't see what you create, how can we share in your interests?
What can I say? I like a challenge.
I'm sure you do, Graham. Ah, well. I have a busy day of appointments, so sadly we must conclude our little chat there.
It's been a pleasure, Mentor.
Hasn't it? So with that in mind, perhaps you can tell me where you've been for the last 2 weeks.
What? Right. Yes, where have I been the last 2 weeks?
Well?
Okay, so the last 2 weeks. I was working at the land train facility, of course.
Nein.
Cleaning. I'm a cleaning supervisor.
Nein.
And while I was cleaning, I must have bumped my head. The next thing I knew, I was in the middle of nowhere, still on the train. 2 weeks later, the train returned to the city. Cleaner than it's ever been, I might add.
My poor darling. How awful. What a dreadful thing to happen.
Oh ja.
I believe I have all the answers I need from you.
Well, that's a relief.
I'm sure it is, Mr. Grundy.
Well, thank you for stopping by.
Just a teeny tiny thing before I go. There appears to be 1 or 2 anomalous results here.
Natürlich.
Anomalous? That doesn't sound good.
It may be nothing. But here's the thing. I get strange readings when I scan your U-chip. Any idea why?
Maybe it got damaged when I fell.
Possibly. It's as plausible as everything else you've told me today. You see, the only other time I've seen anything like this is when a U-chip has been tampered with. No one would have done that now, would they?
Tampered with? I didn't even know that you could do that.
Graham's a supervisor, not a subversive mentor.
Yes, a supervisor, not a subversive.
Damaged when he fell. Request analysis. Now, it's clear to me that your recent concussion has had some deleterious effects on your memory. You need some time to recuperate.
Of course, mentor. I shall see to it that he gets the care he needs.
Oh, I have no doubt that you will. And to support you in this, I've converted some of your kudos to grant you both some time off work.
Our kudos. Wait. How much?
Oh, nothing too severe. Just enough to give you some time to reflect. You may notice a slight dip in your social tier, however.
But the Aspiration Day Gala. Tonight.
Yes, won't it be something? I am so looking forward to it. Anyway, keep a smile on your face.
You too.
Good day. Mr. and Mrs. Grundy?